Good morning students. Last class we discussed about how to write chemical formula of compound by using crisscross method. Now let me take some more example how to write chemical formula by using crisscross method. Example: aluminium carbonate. How we can write this formula? Step 1, we know that step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Step 1, what we have to do? To write cation and anion radicals. Where we should write cation, where we should write anion. So cation we should write left hand side. Anion should write right hand side. Here aluminum exists cation, carbonate exists anion nature. Now step 2. What is the step 2? Put the valency of cation anion top of the right side of the cation and anion. Put the valency. Where we should keep the valency? Top of the right side of the cation and anion. What is the valency of aluminium? 3 plus. What is the valency of carbonate? 2 minus. Okay. Next step 3. If cation and anion having same valency directly cancelled, we get formula. But here what happens? Both cation and anion having different valency. So that's why third step is ignored. Then go to fourth step. If cation anion having different valency, shift the valency from left to right, right to left. Now check it. Al3 plus CO3 2 minus. The numbers also should be changes 2, 3. Next step 4. That means already step 4, step 3 is ignored. That's why we should write step 4. Here we know that already previous class I said anion number tells about the how many cations involved in the formula. Cation number tells about the how many anions involved in the formula. Now how we should write formula? Al2 CO3. So here anion containing group of atoms and it has more than one valency, enclose the bracket, then write the valency number. So here check it again. Anion, cation is there. So here cation having single atom. But here anion containing group of atoms. Group of atoms means carbon and oxygen. But it has more than one valency. How much valency of carbonate? 3 is there. That's why N close the bracket. Then valency number should write. So that is the another step. Next, ammonium sulfate. Do you know formula of ammonia sulfate? We don't know. Suppose if we don't know ammonium sulfate formula, how we can write? By using crisscross method. Suppose here, what is cation, what is anion? We know that we should write left hand side cation, right hand side anion. Here ammonium is the cation. What is the formula of ammonium? NH4. What is the formula of sulfate? SO4. Next, so we can write ammonium sulfate formula by using different steps. So step 1, write the cation left hand side NH4. Next, write the anion right side. Next, step 2. What is that step 2? Put the valency of cation and anion top of the right sides. Ammonium valency is +1. Sulfate ion charge is 2-. Next, step 3. What is step 3? We know that if two ions having same valency, we get directly cancellized formula. But here both are having same valence or different valency. So here cation 1 plus sulfate 2-. That's why both are having different valency. That's why step 3 is ignored. Then go to step 4. What is the step 4? If cation anion having two different valencies, then shift the left to right and right to left. Now check it. 2, 1. Next, step 4. Two, 1. Is it correct formula? No. Why it is not correct formula? Because of here two charges is there, but here one is there. We should write directly SO4. 1 into SO4 means SO4. Now here how much charge is there? 2. But already I said, if anion or cation containing a group of atoms more than one valency, n close the bracket, then write the valency of cation or anion. So here this is cation. It is containing group of atoms. Group of atoms means nitrogen and hydrogen. It has more than one valency. That's why n close the bracket, then write the valency number. This is the formula of ammonium sulfate. Next, another example. Aluminium phosphate. So suppose first I have to write word form. Aluminium sulfate. If you don't know aluminium sulfate or phosphate, anyone you should write, no problem. So here aluminium sulfate. Now check it here. Cation is this one, anion is this one. Aluminium, symbol of sulfate, SO4. Step 1. Write cation and anion. Left side cation, right side anion. Step 2. Put the valence of cation and anion. What is the valence of aluminium? 3 plus. What is the valence of sulfate? 2 minus. Step 3. If two having same valency, then cancelize directly, we get formula. But here both are having different valency. That's why step 3 is ignored. Then go to step 4. Step 4 means we should write step 3. Now cation anion having different valency, then shift the valency right to left, left to right. 2, 3. Next, step 4. Step 4 means what? Nana? Here, two different valence there, we can see the downsides. Here, anion number tells about the cation involvement in the chemical formula. Cation number tells about the anion involvement in the chemical formula. Al2SO4. Is it correct or wrong? Yes, it is wrong. Why? Because here, sulfate ion is the group of atoms. It containing more than one valency. That's why. Is closed with bracket or not? Yes, we can close with a closed bracket. Then write the valency of ion. Now it is the formula of aluminum sulfate. Then take aluminum phosphate. Aluminum phosphate. Step 1. Before going to step 1, we can identify the what is cation, what is anion. Here what is anion, what is cation? Here aluminum is cation, phosphate is anion. What is the formula of or symbol of aluminum? Al. What is the formula of phosphate? Yes, PO4. Next, step 1 to write the cation and anion. So where we should write cation? Left side. Where we should write anion? Right side. Next, step 2. Put the valency of cation, anion, top of the cation, anion, right sides. Al 3 plus, PO4 3 minus. Step 3. Here what happens, what you observe here, both are having same valency. That's why directly cancelled we get formula. Al PO4 3 plus 3 minus. Directly cancelled we get formula Al PO4. This is aluminum phosphate formula. Next, another example. If you want a magnesium chloride formula, we don't know magnesium chloride formula. How we can identify? By using crisscross method. If we don't know anion and cation charges, we cannot make formula. So here, what is cation, what is anion, we can identify first of all. So here, magnesium is the cation, chloride is the anion. How you can identify? We know that left side always we can write cation, right side always we should write anion. So here magnesium, what is the symbol of magnesium? Mg. What is the symbol of chloride? Cl. So here step 1 we can observe. What is step 1? To write the symbol of cation, anion. Where we should write cation? Left side. Anion, right side. Next, step 2. Put the valency of cation and anion top of the cation, anion, right sides. Magnesium 2 plus Cl 1 minus. Here both are having same valency or different at different valency? Yes, both are having different valency. What we have to do, if two ions having different valency, we can shift the valency from left to right, right to left. If same valence is there, directly cancel, you get formula. That's why third step is ignored, then go to fourth step. We consider as third step. Already third step is ignored, that's why written step 3. 2 plus Cl 1 minus 1 2. Now step 4. What is the formula of magnesium chloride according to crisscross method? We know that here, how many magnesiums involved in the formula? How much number is there here? 1. That's why 1 magnesium. But here how much number is there? 2. That's why 2 chlorines. MgCl2. This is the formula of magnesium chloride. But here I have some doubt why we should not enclose the bracket this ion. Here chlorine is single atom, that's why we should not enclose the bracket. So ion containing group of atoms more than one valence is there, enclose the bracket. Then write the valency of anion or cation. Next, another example. Calcium phosphate. First you can identify the what is cation, what is anion. Calcium is cation, phosphate is anion. So symbol of calcium is Ca, phosphate symbol is PO4. Now step 1. To write the cation anion. Step 2. Put the valency of cation anion top of the right side of the cation and anion. Ca2 plus PO4 3 minus. Step 3. If both cation and anion having same valency, third step is applicable. But here both are having different valency. That's why step 3 is ignored. Then go to step 4. Step 4 we should write step 3. Now here what we have to do here, if cation and anion having different valency, then shift the right to left, left to right. Next step 4. Here anion number tells about the how many cations involved in the formula, cation number tells about the how many anions involved in the formula. Calcium Ca3 PO4. Is it correct formula? No. Why it is not correct? Because here phosphate is the group of ions and it has more than one valency. That's why we should enclose the bracket, then write the valency of anion. That is the correct formula. Calcium phosphate. So it is the very important topic. If you don't know formula of compounds, you should not write chemical reactions. Okay, na? So thank you students. Remaining topic next class we will continue.